Let's take a look at a very basic example with noscript. In this very small HTML document, you'll see that we have a single image tag that we're wrapping inside of a noscript that we're going to display it onto the page after a click. So we're loading jQuery, and we got a little bit of jQuery code down here to get that done. There's two aspects that I'd like to examine with this example. The first is how the use of noscript affects the size of our DOM, and the second is how the use of noscript affects the number of HTTP requests that our pages make. Let's first actually disable JavaScript and reload this page to see that this is how it renders right with the image. Also note in the net inspector that apart from the page and the image, we're not loading jQuery. So when there's no JavaScript, the browser won't even pull it in. Let's re-enable JavaScript. Reload the page and look at our net tab. You'll see that we've loaded the page and jQuery, but not the image, as expected. Let's now go over into our DOM and take a look at what the items look like in here. I'd like you to notice that the noscript item with our image tag looks a lot like our anchor tag with its anchored text. Notice that the so-called image tag is actually character data. It's not a DOM item. If we have more markup in here, the character data will take up a lot less RAM than it would if it were DOM elements. Of course, the moment that we actually hydrate them and pull them outside of the noscript, the RAM will be allocated and so on. But we can exercise control over when and if that actually ever happens. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and trigger that event. I'd like you to take a look, by the way, at our noscript tag as I click this. Okay, notice that it's vanished and that it's been replaced by its contents. If we take a closer look at the jQuery code down here, you'll see that I got a reference to our noscript, that I told it to replace itself with its own content. I used the text of its own content to create a DOM element. And that is how we got our image.